You're going to love this lesson. Okay, so we're going back into our Holidays Around the World booklet. We're almost done with this, not quite. We're going to finish Canada today, and then we're going to do Russia. Okay, so we did Canada the other day, where we saw the Christmas card video and then colored the Canadian flag. So this page right here, that video you just saw, was for how to make a Yule log. So a Yule log is something you can eat that's delicious. It's chocolate cake and whipped cream. And I had that when I was little. My mom would sometimes make them, and they were so amazing. Who doesn't love chocolate cake and whipped cream? Because that's basically what it is. So let's get started, and then we're going to draw a picture of that. So they have a picture of it down here, but I'm going to make it more fun for us. Okay, so we've got our vocabulary down here: skiing, cards, and Yule log right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put those in the blanks. Starts off at the top. Christmas in Canada, and it shows how they greeting cards are very important to them still. It says, in Canada, it is very cold on Christmas. Remember, they're very close to the North Pole. So skiing, so that's this first word right here. And they didn't capitalize the S, but if you could, you should be capitalizing that, because it's the beginning of a sentence, and that's another time when we use a capital letter. So that's an S, and then a K, and then two I's, I, and then an N, and then your G. Okay, so go ahead and write that. Skiing is a popular outdoor activity. Okay. Children like to send Christmas cookies and cards. Okay, so there's a picture of the cards up there. Here's the word cards. You do not need to capitalize this. It's not at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so we're going to write that right here. C A R. That R is called a bossy R right there. We'll learn about that later as in phonics, a lot more in first grade. So cards. Okay, so put the S at the end. C-A-R-D-S. Okay. Children like to send Christmas cookies and cards to their friends and family. A popular treat is a chocolate, and this is what we're gonna. This is what we dove into today with our video to learn more about Yule log cake. So it's two words. It starts with a Y, then a U, L, E. That's the way you spell Yule, and then log is just a simple word, L, O, G. Yule log cake. Okay, so if you were watching that video closely where they showed the teenager was showing how she bakes her Yule log cake, it gets rolled up, so it makes a spiral when you slice the pieces. So it kind of looks like this, okay? So this is what we're going to draw here today, okay? So I'm going to show you how I did that, okay? So I'll move that out of the way. I'll put it over here so you can kind of follow along. That's a fork. I made a fancy plate, like a green plate with a green edge on the plate and with little red dots on it to show that that's for Christmas. So to draw, I'm going to have you start in the middle first here. Make a circle just like that. Okay, so that's the chocolate on the outside of the cake, and I just it's supposed to look kind of like a log, like with ridges, so I just kind of did little short lines coming out to show like the ridges on the outside of the cake. So this is pretending you sliced off a piece of cake, of this Yule log cake, and you're going to get ready to eat it. Okay? So go ahead and do that. Okay, so the next part is you're going to do a spiral. So I started from the outside, and it's kind of like writing the letter 6, but you just kind of follow the circle, and then you're going to be doing the circle again and keep going again until you get to the middle. Okay, so that's what the inside of the Yule log cake looks like. You're going to see white and brown, and that's where you have the whipped cream and the chocolate cake, which is so delicious. So then I just very simply, to put a plate around it, I went around it and put a circle around the outside of it. So that kind of looked like a plate. And then to make it fancy, like it's a Christmas cake, like a Christmas plate, I just put red dots going around. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I thought it kind of looked kind of fun. Because at Christmas, I have like different plates. And we did when I was growing up, we had different plates that we would, and forks and china and stuff that we would use at Christmas time. Okay, so just did a plate around it. Okay, and then very simply over here, I drew a fork. So fork, to start your fork, you make like a letter U, and then you put like 2 lines coming up like that. And then I went down and I came back up again to make the fork. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have to do to get ready to eat your Yule log cake. Now, I wish we could really eat Yule log cake right now because it is so delicious. It's just really amazing. And by the way, another name for the Yule log cake is bûche de Noël, and it actually originated in France, and then it went to England, and England became Great Britain, and Canada is actually part of Great Britain in that they, even though they're their own country, they recognize the Queen of England as their queen. So a little bit of information about Canada there, but there's your Yule log cake. All right, I hope you enjoyed drawing a picture of the Yule log cake. And one day I hope you get to taste it, if you haven't already.